Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm gonna do another one. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna upload this right after the other one or right. Um, I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. So last we left off, they were dropping bomb after bomb after bomb about like doppelganger Keiichi. The person that you murdered isn't dead. There's there's some shit happening. I accidentally revealed in front of everybody that maybe he didn't come back home last night, but he did. And that's where my problem lies. Because now these two are curious about why I just said that, which I don't know why they would be mad at me. So I'm interested to see how, if I tell them, first of all, which they know at this point because I said too much, what they do here.
ケイちゃんはサトコのおじさんがいると何か都合が悪いことでもあるわけ？
お前らこそ何を言って。サトコのおじなんかいない方がいいに決まっ。
それはもちろんいない方がいいよね。よね。
There's probably going to be a lot of me not reading again. Just, I would start laughing with them. Like, yes, ha ha ha. Like, that would be my response. Like, fuck it, Demon Club. Packed. Let's do our demon ritual. You know, the handshake that everybody knows, that's a demon.
サトコのおじは確かに嫌なやつだよね。私もいなくなった方がいいやつだと思うよ。でもさ、仕方ないじゃない。
仕方ないってそりゃ仕方ないけど、でもそれじゃサトコが
仕方がなければどうするのかな。
Just say it, dude. You're in deep. I would just at some point something's got to give, dude. Just say it. Why wouldn't you say it at this point?
それは
放っておきなよ。そのうち解決しちゃうと思うしさ。
さとこちゃんがおじさんがいるって言ってるんだからいる。ちゃんと昨日もいたし、そうならそうでいいんじゃないかな。かな。
帰ろうよ、ケイちゃん。
Am I gonna get?
帰ったらね、今日は久しぶりにレナ宝探しに行くつもりなんだ。みーちゃんも来るんだよ。
ケイちゃんも一緒に行こう。もちろん拒否権はないからね。
I would have just been like, I don't know why it's a bad thing. See, here's the problem, right? Is I don't know the rules. I still don't know the rules. It's the third chapter. I still don't know the rules. What's going on? You think you know the rules because they tell them to you, but then those rules are not told to you. Everything about this day was strange. Actually, it had been strange ever since the previous night. Wait a second. 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 Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Yeah.
何？どうしたのケイちゃん、急に立ち止ま。
ごめん。なんでもないよ。
Always the extra set of footsteps.
じゃあね、ケイチくん、お家で待っててね。レナ、すぐに迎えに行くから。
I No, I was gonna say, wait a second, because if you think about when you came back, you didn't see yourself get into bed. We didn't see him get into bed. There was no like Keiichi going upstairs, going to bed. It was just kind of like I woke up in a drowsy state, and like it had been my room, and that's where I was. Almost like the world is not real. Um, Maybe I'm in the demon world right now. Maybe what happened was I actually did kill him, but
レナ、俺、実はちょっと、用事があるんだ。
here come the eyes. You don't say that to Rena.
用事？何の？
なんのって、用事だよ、用
No,
事。
you don't say shit to Rena because Rena gets the eyes.
用事なら、なんでみーちゃんがいるうちに行って、みーちゃんとはダム現場で待ち合わせって言って別れちゃった後なのに。
ごめん、ちょっと言い出すタイミングを逃しちゃって。
本当に？
俺、頭が風邪かもしれない。
I would, honestly, if this were my friend, I'd be like, I just don't want to hang out with you, dude. Like, we'll talk about it. We'll probably talk about it later. I'm going through some shit right
だか
now.
ら、病院に行って、薬をもらってきたいんだよ。
本当に？
I also don't know why he doesn't just say yes, really. Please leave. He's always like hesitant. He's always like, really? They're like, really? And he's like, no, that was a lie. God damn it, she got me.
なら仕方ないね。診療所に行くなら早く行った方が、あそこたまに早く閉まるから。
ありがとう、そうするよ。
必ず行くんだよ、病院。
行くよ。
本当に行くんだよ。
行く。なんなら明日病院のレシートを持って行ってもいい。
それいいね。必ずもらっておいてね、レナ。明日見るから。
I've gone from like reading this visual novel to just witnessing it, and it's weird to me. It's just when serious shit happens, and it's been happening like for the past like last half of the episode and this half of the episode. It's just serious shit after serious shit, and I have to think about it because I'm trying to formulate a plan before this game hits me with it, so I can't so I'm not blindsided by the twist. Because I know there's a twist, and I just gotta find it somewhere. It's somewhere in front of me, and there's something. Be that much. Is this really the Hinamizawa I knew?
おい、前原圭一。ここはどこなんだ？
Interesting. It would make sense if there was like a demon at some point. God, there's demons. There's actual demons in this game. It's not mental disabilities. It's actual demons. I thought it from the start, and I veered from it just a little bit because they did put emphasis on the mental side of it on like one of the episodes. So I was like, oh okay, they're kind of introducing it. They're making a lot of sense with a lot of the things. Okay, that explains why these people are doing this. No, there's demons. 100%. It does make sense. Ugh. As soon as the thought crossed my mind, I was overwhelmed by paranoia. I was just going to the classroom, but I hated it so much, having to be so careful to fake it. By carefully verifying once more that nobody was watching, I went over to the locker. It's Satoshi's locker. I committed the crime with the bat I found in this locker, Satoshi's bat. And then I had thrown the bat into the swamp, which meant that the bat shouldn't have been inside.
だが、そこには死体はなかった。
It probably is. In fact, I very much expect it to be. Okay, are you leading up? Are you leading up to the bat not actually being there? Because that changes a lot of things as well. Oh God. Oh fuck me, right? Can we get an F in the chat, please? Oh God. If only. That's it. Okay. Alright. I don't know. I'm not sure. it was. A big and easy to see road, went straight there. Went past the shopping street, made a turn. It wasn't overly hard to spot the sign with ERA Clinic written on it. There was one other person, an older man, there in the air-conditioned waiting room. Went up to the counter and told him it was my first time here. The man behind the counter glanced at the clock and said there would be a short wait. It was almost 5. Clinic hours would be ending soon. As I sat in this unfamiliar waiting room, isolated from everyone, I let myself feel the cold air. I actually felt relieved. What should I tell the doctor when he comes? I could tell him I had a cold, but I was the very picture of health. Actually, I wanted him to check my head. I wanted someone to confirm for me whether I was really sane or not.
前原圭一さん、診察室へお入りください。
Coach. It's Coach.
こんにちは。
Hello, Coach.
ここでお会いするのは初めてですね。
監督ってお医者さんだったんですか？
一応お医者さんなんかやっています。お医者さんはいいですよ。若いすべすべなお肌を見放怪しいお注射で自由を奪って私だけの専属メイドに。
See, now that's weird.
ありがとうございま
That's
す。
a weird statement to say.
今のを見てただけで風邪が治りました。失礼します。ペコリ。
わったったった前原さん、冗談です。さあさあさあ座って聴診器を当てますから前原さんのすべすべのお胸を見せてください。
Yeah, but Coach is very much a part of everything.
むしろ全身の擦り傷や切り傷、ひょっとして半袖半ズボン、切り傷から破傷風菌が入った可能性もないとは言えませんし。
I realized I had so many cuts.
昨日のお祭りではしゃぎすぎましたね。若いというのはいいことです。
Once again, I apparently went to the festival.
監督も
Things don't make sense anymore. I had a theory, but they've ruined it with the bat not being there. So the bat's gone, which means that it did actually happen, which means that that wasn't the demon world, which means that this isn't the demon world, which means that there's no demon world, and I was wrong the entire time. So that means that there's something else going on, and I'm at a loss for.
ええ、もちろんですよ。私こう見えても。
俺に会いましたか？
実は私、本部テントでずーっと会長さんたちとお酒を飲んで前原さんに
そうですか。
変わった質問をしましたね。
An underage too, you bad child. Coach let out a laugh. He didn't laugh at it unnaturally like Neon and Rena did. Coach was okay. He was the coach from the world I knew. He wasn't someone from this abnormal world.
こんな話、きっと変だと笑わないで聞いてほしいんです。
ええ、思春期のシャイな悩み、大いに歓迎ですよ。
俺と瓜二つな人間がいるなんてありえますか？
迷信ですが、世界には自分と全く同じ顔をした人いるならぜひお会いしてみたいものですが、あとおとぎ話にも自分の分身が登場する話、ドイツのおとぎ話に出てくる
ドッペルのお化け。
ええ、
Hey, dude, I called the word that they used.
自分の姿に瓜二つな
I have to call something, and that's what I called that. I called it.
これによってしまうと近いうちに死んでしまうみたいな話らしいですよ。
Don't get me wrong, I'm still sticking with the theory that the Watanagashi is the evil point, but this is definitely throwing a wrench in a lot of the things that I was thinking about.
そのお化けがひなみ沢に出るなんて話は。
さて、
すみません。ちょっと真面目な話のつもりだったんで。
いえ、こっちこそ何か気になることでもおありですか？
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this.
俺
Sure.
昨日はお祭りに行っていないんです。
Rena knows that I was probably going to tell Coach everything, and so I think this is maybe part of Rena's plan. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
そうでしたか。お祭りは来年もあります。その時また。
そうじゃなくて、俺は祭りに行っていないのに、みんなが言うにこんなことってあるんですか？
お話を整理しますね。つまり前原くんは綿流しのお祭りに行ったけど、その記憶がないということですか？
This music is really good too, at making the suspense like real high. The suspense. Then but saying I didn't go, that obviously meant my memories of going there had failed me. But that was absolutely impossible. The vivid act I had committed during the downpour couldn't have possibly been an illusion. All those scrapes on my body prove it, as does the fact that the bat wasn't in the locker.
いえ、違うんですか。俺は本当に祭りに行っていないんです。
気を悪くしないでくださいよ。前原さんにはこれまでに気づいたら見知らぬ場所にいたとか、そういう記憶の欠落
ないです。それに記憶を失った。だってその祭りの時間には寝てて意識がなかったとか、そういうのじゃありません。
その用事は間違いなく、大変失礼ですが、何かの思い込みでなく。
間違いありません。完全にはっきりとした記憶。
お祭りの時間に神社にいなくて、よそでそれをはっきりした方。少し横になりましょうか。心を落ち着けて楽にしましょう。
別に遠慮します。
少し神経に高ぶりがある。鎮静剤を注射して少し目を
Nope.
それで。
俺は異常者じゃない。
気に障ったなら謝ります。ですからどうか。
俺は絶対に祭りには行っていない。それは本当に間違いない。
分かってます。分かってますから、どうか落ち着。
あんたは全然分かっていない。
分かっていますよ。あなたは昨日はそうですよね。私は信じます。信じますよ。
あの時間に何をしていたか全部話さない。
いいえ、どうか座ってください。
俺が祭りの会場にいることはありえない。なぜならその時間に俺は。
Okay. I'm of the opinion that yes, you should tell Coach. The problem with telling Coach is that Rena was like, you should go to the clinic. Like, go there. Definitely go there. That doesn't make much sense to me. It means that Rena knows everything. So I'm of the opinion that, yeah, I should tell him, but I feel like it's a bad idea. Like,
聡子の王子を殺していたからです。
あなたが聡子ちゃんのおじさんを。
Don't hesitate. Admit it with all your strength.
はい、俺が殺しました。
But clearly and fluidly, easily tell the coach's mind had gone completely
ど
blank.
うし、いえ、それは愚問です。
里子を救う最も後悔はわずかもありません。
そう。
だから俺は祭りの会場にいるわけがないんです。
Okay. Festival had started that evening, but was suspended due to the rain. There were no gaps in my memory. From the late afternoon until it started to rain, there was no time for me to possibly have gone to the festival.
その体中の傷はその時に。
そうです。里子の家を少し行ったところに、あそこで襲い逃げるあいつを追い、町に至る。
それは本当に。
本当です。サトシのバットで、そのバットはあいつが乗ってきたバイクと死体は殺した場所に穴を掘り、すべて自分が
さとこちゃんのおじはバイクで通りかかったんですね。ではあなたはそれを。
あいつが家から出ないことは想定していました。だから電話で適当な嘘を喋って。
電話で呼び、でもあなたの家と電話をしてからではとても待ち伏せに間に合わないのでは。
襲撃予定場所から最も近い電話と。
でも前原さん、当日は学校には施錠がされていて。
偶然その時その隙に入りました。
After that, Coach grilled me on a few different things regarding the incident. Made sure to question me carefully, looking for any contradictions in my account.
信じましょう。あなたが昨日したことは夢とは思えない。
Explained everything, including minor details that only someone who had actually committed the act could explain. I could, of course. It was only yesterday. But realized that my story had no expedient coincidences or too convenient details that would have existed in a daydream or delusion, and finally seemed to want to believe
こ
me.
れでもまだ俺。
Coach slowly shook his
で
head.
もクラスのみんながそんなことがありえるでしょ。
あるわけがない。きっとクラスの皆さんはそれに集団心理が働いて、皆さんはあなたがお祭りにいたと錯覚してしまっている
They
に
couldn't have
違いありませ
mistaken
ん。
me. Mian and all the rest said they were spending time with Keiichi Meibara. It was much more than just having mistaken someone else for me. But saying that out loud would just confuse Coach. He spoke to me in whispered tones.
罪の意識はあるんですか？
It didn't sound like he was criticizing me. And even if he had, I would have flatly said the same
あり
thing.
ません。あいつのいなかった平穏な時間だから、俺はあいつが現れる前、里子がいつも見せてくれ。
犯行を誰かに
ないと思います。目撃されてればもっと。
私は人の命を、だから私から人間の命を奪う。だから私はあなたにこう言います。さとこちゃんを救ってくれてありがとう。
でも
おかしい。
確かに殺したはずなのに、あの男は生きて家に。
状況にもよりますが、気絶や仮死状態など素人が見ると死んだ。その可能性は。
を
No.
取ったわけではありませんが。
前原さんが襲った時の状況を再現してもらってもいいですか？
I may have been lost to the emotions of the beast that night. I remembered in detail the number of times I swung the bat, the angles I had swung from, and the force I had applied. Using Coach as a stand-in for the uncle, I reproduced them over and over, one by one.
そしてあいつが足を取ら、その時これまでとは違った手応えがありました。
Is this the part where is this the part where Oishi-san comes out from the curtain? He's like, "All right, we got him."
頭蓋骨が割れたんだと思いま
Oh,
した。
dude, wouldn't that be the most epic betrayal? Oishi-san comes out. All right, we got him. sends me to jail. Rena comes. I'm gonna kill you. Dead.
そして死んだかどうか。
その時の反応。
初めは殴るたびに体が跳ねるような感じがありましたが、やがてそれもなく。
Coach folded his arms and said a few times. And then he
死
spoke.
んでいます。ほぼ。
それは仮死状態ではなく。
前原さんの話からだけでは。それに前原さんは死体を泥の中に仮に30分でその男は30分間も泥水にそれだけの時間呼吸
殴った強さ以前に埋める過程で確実。
そういうこと30分間泥に
ありえない。でも聡子は生きてると。
Sudoku, or coach, a doctor, that made it seem all the more unfair that he could still be among the living. These are interesting chapters.
前原さんこれはとても前原さんが殺した相手が叔父でなく別人。
え？そんなはずはない。だってほら、監督と一緒に聡子の家の前で酒瓶の袋を運んだ時、窓から顔を出した男があいつですよね。聡子の叔父は。
ええ、間違いありませんよ。あの男です。
実はもう一人叔父がいるなんてことは
聞いたことがあります。あの男だけで。
あいつの特徴を教えてもらえ。
175もう少しあるかもしれません。
In order to eliminate the worst possibility that I'd killed someone else, Coach began to thoroughly compare what the man in his mind looked like with what I told him the person I killed looked like. But no matter how in-depth my description went, none of the characteristics differed. The uncle's traits, according to Coach, were all exactly the same as the person I'd killed. But those traits were all extremely vague, and they weren't particularly distinct at a glance.
もっとこう
そういえば私は見たことは聡子ちゃんが昔背中に
入れ墨。
Too, that was really important. Not everyone had a tattoo. If I found a tiger tattoo on the back of the man's corpse, it'd be proof that I'd killed the right one. That moment, though, there was one other thing that would verify this. To go to Satoko's house and see for myself that the uncle that had returned had despite having died. Okay. That was far more terrifying than digging at the body and looking at its bag. Without even looking at the tattoo, I knew for sure that the one I had killed had been Satoko's uncle. I cracked his head open and killed him, and yet he'd gone back home. I wasn't under any misunderstanding or even the shadow of a doubt in my mind about having killed him, and yet it was impossible for him to exist. Kind of like how Keiichime Bar had been at the festival, despite it being impossible. That small commonality made me feel as though a faint but bizarre force was permeating this insane Hinamizawa.
一体どういうことなの。前原さんはお祭りには行かずお祭りにはあなたがいて。
何がなんだかそうやって整理して言うとまるで俺が悪い。でもこの手でバットでガツンガツンと殴ったあの感触は絶対に夢や幻。
ちょっとこの話もう少し真剣に。ちょっと失礼して診療所もジムの方とかも返してあげないと。
No. This is where he's gonna get Oishi-san. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling the twist. He's going to get the cops. And the cops are gonna be like, yeah. Well, but see, if I didn't murder anybody, then there shouldn't be anything wrong. So I didn't actually murder anybody. So there's literally nothing wrong. I'm crazy. I thought to use the restroom while Coach had stepped out. There was one across from the waiting room. here we go. Oh, here we fucking go, dude. Everything is great. Everything's just fantastic.
紅茶ですね。用意します。
睡眠導入剤を入れて種類は任せます。味はミルクと砂糖でごまかし、
急激な眠気に不信感を抱く可能性もあります。
Yeah. Alright.
興奮状態に陥って暴れる。
その場合は男性スタッフはまだ何人か残っても。
山犬が1人、それに私たちを含めて3人です。
Yeah, as always, there's nowhere to run, and you're gonna get killed. You're gonna get killed.
作り話か虚言の兆候があり、特に昨日の記憶が完全に混乱。虚実の区別の喪失。多重人格等の精神障害を酷似しています。
Interesting.
でもこんな急激な精神障害の発症は普通では考えられません。
There it is with the mental stuff again. I'm just when I'm like, oh, there's demons. Oh, they're making me go through all of my shit again. There's the mental stuff again. Oh, it's the multiple personality disorder. It could be.
あるいは先天的、もしくは引っ越し前に精神科に通院例がないか調べたいところです。とにかく前原さんには穏便にお休みいただきます。前原さんのご両親にも連絡しておいた方、何と言えばいいか言葉が思いつきませんが。彼の自宅の電話番号を調べてください。
You're not gonna be able to go home now. You're gonna have to run, and while you run, someone's gonna chase you. You're gonna get killed. Wow, multiple personality disorder. I've been thinking that maybe they might pull the Keiichi's crazy for a while as well. Like that was... I have a lot of theories. I have a lot of theories about this game. I have like 4 or 5 theories about what happened, and Keiichi being crazy is one of them. I always kind of dismissed Keiichi being crazy because it's kind of like a...
大変です。高野さんが見つかりました。
高野さんが一体どこに？
山中で焼死体で発見されたらしく。
死んだ？高野さんがですか？焼死とはそれは事故ですか？
県警の発表では他殺の可能性が極めて高いと。
Serves you right. Serves you right? Damn. Tried to coerce me like that. I had regretted not having killed her on the spot, but she was dead anyway. My curse, my wish for her demise, it was fulfilled. Serves you right. Serves you right. It happens every time.
リサさんが死に、高野さんが死に、
Risa-san.
一体ひなみ沢には何が起こっているというんですか？
Risa-san.
まさかこれが今年のお社様のたたりだなんて言うんじゃないでしょうね。
Risa-san. Who the fuck is Risa? Wish for her to die, and so she did. If this wasn't just a coincidence and she died because I wished for it, then you'll die next, Coach. You betrayed me. You pretended to believe me, but deep down you thought I was a madman. You looked down on me with all that pity in your eyes.
では紅茶は私が持って入ります。私以外には彼は心を許さないようですからね。
Shit. What do I do, Keiichi Bar? This time I heard the voice of a nurse.
入江先生、あ、いらっしゃい。お電話です。
今ちょっと忙しいので、後で誰からです？
沖宮警察の大石様ですけど。
出ます。
Coach left to go answer the phone. The other men headed towards the room with the teapot to make the black tea like Coach had ordered them to. Fortunately, Coach having to take that phone call meant that there would be extra time for me to act. I had to decide what to do now. Would I let him make me drink the sedative-infused tea and be held down and thrown into a mental hospital? Nothing would come from me starting a brawl here. They had more people anyway, and they were all bigger than me. If they came to a fight, I didn't stand a chance in hell. If I couldn't win against them, there was only one thing left to do. Run. Adrenaline suddenly rushed into my brain, and my body started to move like with keen instinct, like it had been on that night. Like it had that on that night. My surface temperature quickly cooled, and the transmission routes between my cells enlarged. Using 360-degree visual information, I searched for an escape route. I would open the window behind me. Outside was a parking lot. There were no cars. A little beyond that was the bicycle I had taken to get here. I determined that this would be the quickest method of escape. I approached the window swiftly, but with little sound, to raise as little suspicion as I could. With the speed and silence of a shadow, like I had on that night, I chased her uncle. I unlocked the window and opened it up. A cool evening breeze wafted in. I stuck my head out and looked over at the parking lot again. Nobody in sight. No need to hesitate. I quickly crawled outside and closed the window behind me. I held my breath and listened carefully. Nobody seemed to have realized I'd run. I looked around. Then I jumped onto my bicycle and zoomed away. The pedals clattered under the force. Had my bike always creaked like this? Did the pedals always whine every time I pushed down on them? My bike wasn't the only one crying, though. My tears fell as the wind cut through them. They rode the breeze and scattered behind me. I hate this. I'm not the crazy one Hinamizawa is. How dare you treat me like a madman? Die. Just fucking die already. I believed you. I'd gone to the hospital in order to escape Rena and Mion's intervention, but the reality was that waiting for me had been too cruel. Who was insane? Me or Hinamizawa? Or was the answer something else? I started having trouble breathing. I didn't have any clue what was happening anymore. The loud chirps of the Higurashi were irritating me. Or even the Hinamizawa Higurashi I knew so well calling into the wind? No, that wasn't quite it. They weren't calling. They were crying. Pained wailing of those lost in some kind of rhythm, in another world, no longer able to return to their own sunlight. I didn't do all that to end up in a world like that. Actually, about this time, I might have been having fun with everyone else. Satoko would have gotten her smile back after realizing her uncle would never come home, and she might have shown it to us at our first club meeting in a while. That was the kind of world I wished for. So what was this? Why did I end up in such a strange, ghastly world? Someone I'd killed was living like normal, and I had enjoyed myself at the festival despite not being there. Don't want it. I don't want this strange world. When did it start to go wrong? When? No matter how much I thought about it, I never understood. Every time it's Higurashi. It's the Higurashi, or not the Higurashi, the Watanagashi festival. It's every time. Just like yesterday, I was now soaked. But I didn't care about something so trivial right now. The pain I felt in my heart was that coach, the one person I trusted, was acting so cruelly. Was far worse. You can't go home. You can't even trust your parents, dude. He's gonna call them. The naive thought that I at least wanted my parents to side with me. I stopped at the front door. Wait, Keiichi. It'll be dark soon. There's something you want to check, right?
そう。
Why whenever yes pops up, does it get the creepy lady going, so? I don't know who it is. I know it's someone I've heard before, but I don't understand. I wanted to dig up the man's corpse and get a look at his back. If there was a tiger tattoo there, then I would know beyond a doubt that he was Satoko's uncle. That long night wouldn't end until I was certain. If this insane world was all a reparation, all a divine punishment, then I needed to make certain whether I had been successful enough to even deserve to pay that price. I went to the storage room again and got the shovel. It had been washed in the rain, but the paint was peeling, making it look unsightly. I never wanted to touch this thing again. The sensation of it in my hands was totally different from the night before. There was a ruthless coldness about it. Yeah, it would be dark soon, so I needed the lantern too. There would be a little bit of light from the street lights, but it would get extremely dark. I thought I'd put the lantern here, but I suddenly noticed it wasn't anywhere to be found.
Isogo.
Where to find the shovel basket in front of my bike, I needed to twist it and disassemble it. But it looked like there was dirt on the joints, and no matter how hard I pushed, it didn't want to come apart. After a strenuous effort, I realized I couldn't get it apart, so I decided to hold it in one hand and ride my bike with the other. With the downpour soaking me through, and a shovel in one hand, and riding one-handed, it was as if I'd returned to that night. No, return was the wrong word. It was more like that night had never ended. Pain of the raindrops striking me were no different from then. The thing that was different was Hinamizawa. The world and nothing else. The rain clouds were already making it dark, and now it was about time for the sun to set. I could tell it would only get rapidly darker. The middle of it. That should be where I buried it. Yes. Near that streetlight. On that night, too, the water from the downpour was splashing down on the streetlight's overhang like a waterfall. The pouring rain was exactly the same as it had been that night, and thus it brought my memories into focus. I left my bike in the brush and stepped into the forest, the ground already soaked with mud. Where had I buried him? Think. The darkness, the shadows, the water, the mud. Everything was the same. Think. Then I spotted the lantern by a fallen, moss-covered tree. That's right, I had left it right there. If I left the lantern here, then I would have buried him over there, or over here. With the sensation of standing in the sludge, my feet remembered the spot better than my eyes did. It's hard. It wasn't here. I just dug it up, so it should have been softer. I stuck my shovel down in a few spots to test what they feel like. One of them clearly felt deeper. I recalled where the lantern was, where the trees and things were in relation to each other, and knew that it had to be here. Under here slept that man's corpse. There would definitely be a tattoo of a tiger on his back. But if it wasn't there, then I had made a horrible mistake and killed someone completely unrelated instead. I would be more dazed at the fact that Satoko's uncle wasn't dead than I would regret having gotten someone else mixed up in this. If this insane world was punishment for the sin of committing murder, then I wouldn't be able to accept it until I'd killed Satoko's uncle for good. And then without any fear, I'd attack him again. And that time I would kill him for sure. But what if the tattoo was there? That would mean I'd killed Satoko's uncle. But that would be terribly strange. If I'd killed him for sure, then who was the uncle at Satoko's house at this very moment? Impossible. I didn't even know anymore what I was using the word impossible to refer to. I've used the word quite a few times today. If I had to make the words impossible fit just one thing, what would it be? That was obvious to me. There was nobody there, of course. It hadn't been bothering me for a while, but those footsteps had followed me this entire day. Even now, just an extra set of footsteps had splashed behind me. No one was actually there. No indications of anyone even. But they were there. That's right. Thinking back, the first time I heard those footsteps was after Takano-san and I had parted. Those footsteps were welcome into this strange, inside-out world. No one could be there. I get no response. Whoever it was, they just kept staring at me. It wasn't ominous, just unpleasant. After staring into an empty space, I bathed in the rain, my logical anger slipped away. My tension loosened, and a tired feeling reared its head. I tasted this feeling that night too. Sudden exhaustion I felt as the tension in my brain loosened. My vision quickly narrowed, and I felt like everything around me had suddenly gotten darker. I couldn't give in to this sensation. I would light what little explosives were left in my brain and force myself to keep going. I needed to take that man up before my stamina ran out. I needed to see the tattoo on his back. I caught my suddenly ragged breath and calmed down. Then I stuck the shovel into the soft, muddy ground again. Since digging a hole with the bees or every wave, what day was today? Had I gone back to the night of the Tanagashi? Every strange thought that came to mind tormented me. Given my exhaustion, I didn't think I could manage to hold those thoughts back. Once the hole was deep and all illumination finally faded, blanketing my vision in jet black. It was probably the moment the sun had fully set too. That night I had feared the worst and gone without using much light. My senses were so strained that I could see even in that darkness. But now I didn't have that kind of strength left. I drained everything I had last night, and now the darkness would be lethal. I decided to turn on the lantern. Putting it on the first setting would make it give off a faint light. Even with how little there was, it was enough, and people wouldn't be able to see it from far away in this rain. I grabbed the chilled lantern, turned the dial with a click, set it to the weakest light setting, and turned it on. Uncanny world of silhouettes appeared before me, a complex and strange shadowy world created by the intricate entanglement of trees and branches. I had only turned on a light, and it was like that was all it took to turn this world into something else. I let out a quick, tired breath, wiped the liquid, neither from rain nor sweat, from my brow. Then I raised my shovel into the air and slammed it into the mud. That moment. Silhouettes surrounding me all moved at once. I'm curious as to what happens here. Okay, so Oishi is here, oddly. My thing is that, why? So EDA probably told them everything, right? And probably told them that because I told him every detail. I don't know. Okay. I have to end it. Obviously, it's 55 seconds. Going to be an hour again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Also, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Lots of visual novel roguelike content. It's odd. I don't know what's happening. I kind of gave up. I was real confused when they dropped it, and now I'm kind of just in a dazed state until I can catch something. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know what's real and what's not real, so I can't really make an assumption on what's going on. Obviously the bat's missing, but the guy isn't dead. But then why is Oishi here if the guy isn't dead? And then if Oishi is here to gather me because I'm crazy, then that would make a lot of sense. Like if I dig up and there's no body there, sure. But then the lantern's there, so the body has to be here. And if the body is here, right, then I murdered somebody. But then the person that I murdered is Satoko's uncle. Unless it's not Satoko's uncle and it's someone else. But then, oh god, there's so much. There's so much, guys. I guess I'm just going to discover it with you guys. I have to stop playing tonight because it's 3:30 in the morning. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out, you guys.